How to grow your beauty business. Welcome to today's episode. We're actually going to be doing a strategy session with one of my beauty clients. She's actually in West Palm Beach. So this is Marcia. So Marcia, tell us a little bit about your business.
So I'm a small solo entrepreneur starting out as a hobby for the lash, makeup, and right now facials that I'm more focused on. So I used to be a business partner for a restaurant business, but now I'm turning into more beauty business. So that's why I'm here.
Okay. So you said you do lashes, facials, and what else?
Makeup.
Makeup.
Mhm.
Is that permanent makeup or just normal makeup?
Normal makeup, but I do also custom blend foundations to give it to them.
Okay. So you mentioned hobbies. So how many clients are you taking per week, per month?
Per month, 10.
Okay.
Yep.
And is that more makeup? Is it lashes?
Right now it's more lash. It's very sticky business wise because I start out as a makeup artist, but I feel like I constantly gonna have to get new clients. And then with the lash, I feel like it's more sticky. They're coming every 2, 3 weeks.
Right.
However, I found out that facials, I can actually retail more products. So then I was like, well, okay, I'm gonna get more passive without me actually doing the work and get burned out doing lashes.
Okay. So what is your goal, 6 to 12 months from now?
If it's possible, I want to make it 10,000 a month. And that's, I'm trying to calculate, okay, what are actually the real ROI on the service wise? So what I'm seeing is that I want to promote more of facials with ProCells, which is more ROI of the whole thing.
So you do ProCell?
Mhm.
Okay, write that down. All right.
So with that being said, it is a high price ticket as a facials. So then I have to see how can I promote that because it's easier for people to get in with just like flash. Okay, you try. It's only $150 just to try. But then facials with microchanneling, there's more obstacles, more objections in the way of like, hey, is it gonna hurt? Hey, it's a high price. It's gonna be worth my money? But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to include like a free aftercare, free more neck, more hands, so then they can get more compliments on their money, like what I learned from you, Jake.
Okay, so we're talking about building your offer then.
Yeah.
So you would say like right now it's kind of like a side hustle because you have another job,
Mm-hmm.
but eventually you want to turn it into like within 6 to 12 months you'd love to be doing at least $10,000 a month
Mm-hmm.
and doing more clients
Yeah.
and kind of turn it into a full-time business.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So in this situation, what I'm kind of thinking here is like, okay, she offers multiple services, which is good because she can get people in the door with one of the services. And usually when, this happens, I'll tell you, hey, it's just like fishing, pick your shiniest lure. One of the biggest mistakes I see is with advertising and on the ad, she might be like, hey, we offer ProCell, we offer lashes, and we offer makeup. So we definitely don't want to do that. I'm not saying you're doing that. I just see that all the time in the beauty industry. And so let's start with ProCell because that's what you mentioned. Now, ProCell is a great service,
Mm-hmm.
but most people don't understand how to market it because, I guess I'll ask you, how do you typically sell it? Because I know you mentioned people complain about the price.
So facial initially, just like a facial for anti-aging,
Mhm.
people can get firm. But then now, as I'm learning more about this strategy, I feel like I need to find a niche. Maybe I just don't focus being a standout. Maybe don't focus on facial. Maybe focus just stretch mark or right now hair growth. I mean, that's kind of like using ProCell machine still, but like a niche that people don't just like focus on the face, but hey, there's a plus. There is actually I could do on your face to make it more instant glow before your wedding that you can attend within a week or something like that. So I think I need to market in a way that is not like how other people are marketing.
Yeah, so that's a good point. And you're talking about finding your ideal client. So
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about your target audience. And so I know you're in West Palm Beach,
Yeah.
and I've only been there once, but it seems like there's a lot of money there.
Yeah.
There's maybe people, I know there's all ages, but it seems like a lot of older people with money as well. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you say anti-wrinkle, and are you targeting more younger people or older people?
So right now, my clients, it's all 37 and up.
Okay.
I don't have anybody lower than that. So yes, so my clientele are more upper class. However, I also see that they are more referral to others. So the more people who are at that level, they're just like, who do you know? They're not gonna respond to the ad,
Right.
basically, because they have the money and they feel that they want to get somebody that their friend used instead of looking at the ad and click. There's just
Yeah.
different type.
And that's normal, and that's the difference between cold traffic, which is people who have never heard of you,
Yeah.
and then people who are referrals, warmer audience because they've been referred.
Hmm.
And so typically with ads, let's say this is your Facebook ad. Excuse my handwriting. Let's say this is your Facebook ad.
Yeah.
The goal is let's say you book one customer here, and so this one customer, you get them in the door, you give them an amazing experience,
Hmm.
and then going back to word of mouth. Word of mouth is great, but you got to have clients first to do that. And so
Yeah.
once they give you that word of mouth, now they refer 3 people. All right, we're going to build out a ProCell offer. So what current offer do you have right now?
Right now, I have the ProCell's current offer for that is, I think it's $299, but I said the value supposedly is about $499. But what I include in that $299 is the microchanneling on the neck as well as on the hand, on top of the hand, plus the aftercare products to be followed.
Okay.
And then
Neck,
red light,
hand,
LED, red light.
and then aftercare products.
And LED red light.
Okay, so with this offer, you said it's worth or you're selling it for $299.
Hmm.
How much would a neck typically cost? What's the value of that?
I think it was 200. Just a separate like face, neck, and hand. There are separate prices for those.
All right, so normally 200 just for the neck. What about the hand?
$50.
Okay. And then you said aftercare
I
products.
think it's there about 120,
And then how much does that cost you?
50.
So the aftercare products cost you, so let's put in here cost, because I always want to know the cost of my offer to see how scalable it is.
Sure.
So the cost is $50 plus how much the supplies for a ProCell
I
cost?
think 60.
So 60. So the cost of this offer for you is about $110.
Hmm.
If you're selling it for $299, that's $189. So profit, not counting like all the other expenses and marketing costs and all this that, but let's just say profit is $189. And then how long does this take you to fulfill?
About an hour and a half.
Okay, 1.5 hours. And so what I'm doing here is I'm analyzing like, okay, how much profit is she going to make and how much time does it take her? Because as business owners, we only have so much time and energy. So it's like, okay, if I'm making $100 an hour, I want to figure out how I can make $200 an hour. And a lot of times what happens is with beauty professionals, they'll get so caught up in like, I need more clients that, they'll run out of time. And then before you know it, they're making a lot less per hour than they thought or that they ever wanted to. And so anytime I'm going to do an offer, I figure out how scalable it is because yes, it's going to be $189 profit for this offer if somebody signs up, but it's also going to cost me money to acquire that customer. It might take me $50 in ad spend to get a new customer. And then also the cost is not just about money, it's also about time. So how much time is going to cost me? So an hour and a half. So based on this, the other thing I look at, you're selling it for $299. Let's add up the total value. So total value is 200 plus 50, 250. 370.
Mhm.
And then what was the value of the red light?
120.
Okay. And when I say value, I'm talking about MSRP, retail, full retail value, what you think it's really worth. So what do we say? 370 plus 120, so 490.
90.
Now, just from a marketing perspective, if we did nothing else, I would want to figure out a way to raise the value by $10 extra. That way we could say $500 value instead of $490. So I don't know if there's anywhere in there that you might be that could be worth $10 more.
Maybe hand.
Yeah.
60.
So let's say the hand is worth $60.
Yeah.
And so now the value is $500, which sounds, and by the way, this looks like something small, but people look at the first number. So now in their mind, even though it's a $10 difference, in their mind, it's like, oh, it's worth $500 instead of $400. And so the first number definitely matters.
Okay.
Now, $299 for the first session. How much success have you had with this so far?
I haven't promote much. I
Okay.
just put on Instagram, but then that was like one of those link that you can redeem, but I did not promote as an ad because an ad is more like I want people to come in just a facial, just to feel them out because facial it doesn't mean like it's gonna hurt or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like the lure that you said.
Okay. So when they go, well, I guess let's stay on the offer for a second. I guess one thing I'm thinking is like, how can I increase the value of this offer? How can I make it a little bit more enticing? It's not bad. It's a pretty good offer, but you have multiple services, so maybe we consider doing a $50 gift card towards one of your other services. That way, let's say they put $50 towards lashes, and then what does a lash client do? They come back, right?
Yeah.
And so now you're creating more repeat clients.
Yeah. Okay.
People hate losing money, and they love free stuff, and they hate losing money. And so if they have the $50 gift card, they feel like they lose it if they don't use it.
Got it.
And so if we add in a $50 gift card here, it's probably going to increase your conversions quite a bit. So
Yeah.
let's do a $50 gift card. Now the value of this off is $550. And so it's $2.99, normally $550.
Got it.
The other thing to consider is the overall strategy. So once you get them in, I'm assuming you don't want to just see them once.
No, I do not want to see them once.
Right. So
Skincare treatment, you have to have 6 times to actually get a permanent anti-aging facials.
yeah. So for people who are on the fence, I would still advertise at $2.99 or $2.97 or whatever that $2.90 mark is. I would still advertise that price, but if someone's thinking about it or you really need to like fill your books, let's say like I really need a few clients next week, one way you could do that is follow up with people who are interested, who maybe clicked on your ads or reached out. And then you can say like, you know what, I need to fill that spot next week. I'll do it for $1.99. The only reason you would do that is because, like you said, people are unsure sometimes. And so if I can just get somebody in the door, give them a great experience, the whole point of this is not to sell one service. The whole point of this to me is to sell a package.
Yeah.
Because what I want to do is after they come in for this, I want to bring them down a package deal. So see if I can write this low. All right. So this package, how many sessions would you typically do for a package?
6.
Okay. So let's call your package 6 ProCell services. And so how much would you typically sell a package for?
I have not think that far.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be helpful for you because this is the high ticket.
Yeah.
That's what you really need to be selling. This is just to get people in the door.
Okay.
Because think about it, like if you're doing all this work, you're running all these ads, you got this great offer, but you just get people in the door and it's just like, oh, okay, it's $180 in profit. Not that exciting. It's not very scalable. But when you get people in the door and it's, oh, I'm going to sell them on this package. Well, let's say the package is $1,500.
Okay.
So we have a $1,500 package. So now I spend $50 to acquire a customer. They come in. Not only am I making $189 profit on the front end minus ad spend, now I upsell them on package. Not everybody's going to convert, but what you do is, and this is a good tip. So I used to work with a chiropractor, and one thing changed his business a lot. He would do something where it was like an irresistible offer. You come in for like an adjustment and all that in one session for like $49, but he would sell a 12 session package there. They weren't having great revenue. And I looked into their business, and one thing I realized is when the person would come in, they would do the adjustment, they would fix the pain. The person would come in, they'd have back pain, they would fix that, and then they'd be like, okay, so do you want another package? Well, when is the best time to ask someone if they want to buy something?
When they're satisfied?
No. Then
No?
that's what most people think. It's not when they're satisfied, because now you've already solved their problem. It's when they're in the most pain.
Oh.
People buy more under pain. No chainsaw victim has ever asked the ambulance driver how much. And so people, if they're in enough pain or they want a problem solved, they will pay more money.
Okay.
So when you're selling this package, you're not going to do it after the first treatment. You're going to talk to them about the
Before?
results. You're going to help them map out a timeline of like, hey, this is how we're going to improve your skin, or this is how we can improve your hair growth. And you can show them before and afters, either case studies from your training company, case studies from ProCell, or your own.
Yeah.
And you really get them, show them, how you can help them. You really get them to talk about how much, what it would do for their life, what it would do for their confidence, what it would do for, to fix that problem.
Yeah.
And then you make them a special offer. You can say, yeah, this package is $1,500 or this package is $2,000, but I'll give you a $500 discount if you want to go ahead and get started now. So bring it down to $1,500. And I offer payment plans. Do you offer financing right now?
I'm looking into it. Yes, I am not, but I'm looking into it. I have a Stripe, and I was gonna create the website.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's already been through one of my programs, and she knows that with Stripe.com, you can actually do Affirm, Klarna, financing, payment plans. And so now instead of saying, I can solve your problem for $1,500, you're saying, oh, here's another ninja tactic before we go into financing. So what you can also do is you can raise this by, make it $1,800. And instead of saying discount, you can say, I know you've already paid $299, so you've already paid $300. I'll actually apply that to your package, which will bring it down to $1,500.
Oh,
People love that.
got it.
And so now you're bringing it down to $1,500 because you're applying their current, what they've already paid.
Got it.
And then you're going to say, okay, but by the way, you don't have to pay up front if you can, if you want, but we also have payment plans as low as, for a $1,500 package, you can probably do financing as low as 70, 80 bucks a month.
Mm-hmm.
So for as low as 70, 80 bucks a month, you're solving their problem.
Got it.
And the question is not, do you want to do this? It's, do you want me to charge the card on file, or do you want to go ahead and do the installments?
Mm.
And that's a key word that you mentioned is payment. And I catch myself doing this all the time. Don't use the word payment with customers. Payment plans, use installment plans. So do you want to do installments for this, monthly installments, or do you want to charge the card on file? And so now you're getting people in with your ads. You have the offer. You could do one, like if you want to just get comfortable with them first instead of sitting them down and trying to sell them. You can also just do like the red light LED thing first. Because how long does that take? 15 minutes?
To beneficial is about 30.
Okay. So,
But
or if you could
different.
start with the hand,
Yeah.
and then
They
you
want to
could,
feel them out first.
and you can be like, all right, well, why we just did your hand, we'll get to your neck next. I want to show you the package deals we have because this is going to be great, but it does take 6 to 12 sessions.
So when you show the package, you show them when exactly, like beginning of the service?
So I would have an iPad or laptop pulled up. I would have a PowerPoint slideshow to where you can show them like, okay, and I would have one PowerPoint or Google Slides. I would have one Google slideshow for each pain point. So if their main pain point is their hair, have a slideshow for that, where you're showing before and after results, typical timeline, what you can do for them, how you can solve their problem. Same thing if their main thing is wrinkles, then have a slideshow for that. That way you can just have like multiple links and you can just click on, you can have it saved in your notes. You can just be like, all right, here's the hair restoration slideshow. Go through it with them, show them the before and afters, the process, the timeline, some of the frequently asked questions, and then hit them with the $1,800 price tag and say, but since you already paid $299, I'm happy to go ahead and apply that. I don't normally do this, but I'm happy to apply what you paid already to your package. That way it's just $14.97.
Okay.
And then we have these installment options as well. So did you want me to charge the card on file or go with the installment options?
So these are never been done on the skin yet. I have not performed any,
I mean,
like before we talk about this, like we did not perform it yet.
So you can either go that way or you can do like a hand or something. Just don't complete the whole thing because then they're just going to want to leave.
Got it.
And so you got to you can do a little bit, like some teas, like a hand or a red light or something.
Got it.
Just don't solve their pains completely and don't, do everything.
Okay.
So is this starting to make sense of how okay, now I can just, instead of selling ProCell package, instead of just selling like one thing, I'm up, the end goal is to sell packages.
Yes.
And that's how you're going to get from, whatever revenue you're doing now, which I'm assuming is not that much because you're only taking 10 clients, to, 10 to 20K months.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's a lot. So think about it. If this comes down to 1,500, 10 clients a month at that point for that is what, 15,000? So there's your 15,000 a month right there, just from 10 clients.
Yes.
And the thing is with ads, you don't have to sell everybody. You just got to find 10 people.
Yeah. And
even if you're only converting at 50%, let's say you get somebody in and maybe they don't want to do a package right now. Okay, now you downsell to lashes. So, hey, well, great. I still have this lash service and I actually have an offer right now. And so that's when you hit them with the lash offer.
I see.
Got it. I think that one thing will really help you. Now, going back to the offer, I love the $50 gift card thing. I think that is going to help.
For that.
Aftercare products, I don't like that it costs you $50, but is that normal to include?
Because I include the actual merchandise stuff too, but also like some circadia to actually correct their skin issues. So that one, it can lead potentially to buying more products from circadia.
Yeah.
That's
I would rather see you do two things: either take out the aftercare and lower it to $199 to get more people in the door. But when you take out the aftercare, you're going to move the aftercare to the package. So when they sign up for the package, that's when they get the aftercare products. So it feels like yeah.
Okay.
I think that would make we call it customer ascension. Like they're ascending up your ladder.
Yeah,
And so I think that would help us to move the aftercare products to the package, and that would increase the value of the package too.
got it. Okay.
Because if you give them
Yeah.
everything up front, like, hey,
Mhm.
here's all the products, here's everything, they're
Mhm.
going to feel like, oh, I can just go use these products in my house and I don't really need more packages
I
or I don't
see.
need more services.
Okay. Sounds good.
Cool. Awesome. So that was a great lesson on offers and customer retention and all that.
Yeah.
Any questions for me on that?
No, you're great.
Awesome. Well,
Thank
thanks so
you.
much for sharing your info and,
Thank you.
doing this with me. And it was great to meet you in person finally.
Thank you, Jake. Thank
Cool.
you so much.
And if you guys watching ever want to come here in Orlando, Florida with the Beauty Biz Pro headquarters, click the link below for more info and upcoming dates. And also, we do these strategy sessions virtually as well. So click below if you want to do a one-on-one strategy session on via Zoom call. So, all right, thank you.